Many people do not think about the health of their circulatory system. And by the way, a number of signs indicate that a person already has problems with blood vessels. This is, for example, a bad appetite, or a feeling of constant fatigue, insomnia, headaches and dizziness. It can also be tinnitus, increased pulse, as well as constantly cold feet and palms. Moreover, poor vascular condition also leads to a decrease in mental abilities. Moreover, this is such an insidious thing that a person himself is not able to evaluate. We cannot understand that we are stupid ourselves, because to do this, you need to use your own intelligence to evaluate yourself. And by the way, a very large percentage of senile dementia is due to problems with blood vessels, and not with the brain. In general, unhealthy and inelastic vessels, poor capillarization lead to a whole bunch of ailments. And what can be done about it? Our weapon is knowledge. In this video, I have collected the main products, as well as measures and methods that will help us improve our blood vessels and increase their elasticity. So watch this video to the end, it will be very interesting and useful. Point number 1 is silicon. This is one of the most important components that will help to increase the elasticity of our blood vessels. Of course, silicon can also be obtained in the form of additives, but it can also be obtained from natural foods. Silicon can be obtained from meat, cereals, and also from root crops. It is a very useful speckle, potatoes, carrots, turnips, fruits with pits, such as peach, apricot or plum. There is also a lot of silicon in nuts and in fermented milk products. The next very important point is rutin. And about rutin, of course, it is worth saying separately. This substance may also be called vitamin P, but in fact vitamin P is not one substance, but a whole group of substances, the so-called bioflavonoids, and they have the ability to reduce the permeability and fragility of our capillaries. The group of vitamin P substances includes rutin and quercetin. They also include a large number of other substances, but these are of interest to us first of all. So, bioflavonoids will normalize and maintain the structure, elasticity, permeability and function of our blood vessels. They contribute to the prevention of sclerotic lesions, as well as help maintain good blood pressure, exhibit anti-inflammatory effects, promote vasodilation and have a decongestant effect. If we lack vitamin P in our diet, then the capillary permeability risks becoming too high. Because of this we will have hemorrhages in the skin, mucous membranes and especially in those places that are subject to physical pressure. And all this is harmful for our cardiovascular system. And generally speaking, vitamin P is the vitamin that is not so well promoted, it is rarely talked about, its deficiency is rarely thought about at all. But it's completely unfair, because it's worth thinking about. Well, what products contain rutin and other representatives from the group of substances of vitamin P? Rutin is contained quite a lot in red vegetables, it is also a lot in citrus fruits, in buckwheat, that is, buckwheat is again very useful once again. There is also a lot of rutin in green tea. In addition, other representatives of bioflavonoids are present in the chokeberry and in the rosehip. That is why, for example, rosehip syrup is so useful for blood vessels. There are also a lot of them in strawberries, raspberries, cherries, sea buckthorn and grapes. But as far as we know, rosehip syrup is rich not only in bioflavonoids, but it is also rich in vitamin C. And then we move on to our next point. Yes, for healthy and elastic vessels, an adequate dose of vitamin C is also necessary. As we well know, there is a lot of vitamin C in citrus fruits and there is also a lot in berries such as black currant, blueberry, rosehip once again. If we take a quarter or half of kiwi, then we will cover our daily dose of vitamin C. Especially good properties are noted when we combine rutin with vitamin C together, because together they give a synergy effect and heal our vessels even better. Go ahead, the next item is omega-3 fatty acids. The fact that omega-3 is very useful for the cardiovascular system, for the skin, and for the brain. Generally speaking, omega-3 is the main building block of our brain. Of course, we know that most of the brain consists of water, but if we take dry matter, then most of the dry matter of the brain consists of omega-3. Omega-3 also supports immunity, but these are all pleasant and additional effects. In this video we are talking about vascular health. So, Omega-3 can be consumed in the form of supplements. This is a very convenient option, but there are other sources. For example, flaxseed oil, or chia seed oil, or walnut oil. You can also use the walnut itself. The highest percentage of course in linseed oil is a kind of champion. Omega-3 is also present in fish. Well, it was nutrition, and now let's talk about lifestyle. Of course, for healthy and elastic vessels, it is necessary to fight excess weight, if there is one, because it has been proven many times that people with excess weight have vascular problems much more often. Of course, you need to give up bad habits. I think it's obvious to everyone that smoking always holds the palm in the hit parade of harmful effects on blood vessels. This is the surest way to ruin the vessels. Of course, physical activity, spending more time outdoors, because this will give us a normal exchange of oxygen in the cells and reduce the load of the cardiovascular system. And regular physical activity will give us such a substance as nitric oxide, which helps to reduce blood pressure. Tempering will also be a good option. The most optimal way is a contrast shower. And by the way, this method strengthens our peripheral vascular system very well, and in general raises the immune system and improves our well-being. And, of course, minimizing stress, because it has been proven many times that if we are stressed and worried about something, our blood pressure increases, stress hormones cortisol and adrenaline are thrown into the blood more actively, the processes of microinflammation in the body are activated, and against this background, of course, our vessels suffer, and not only vessels. So if we summarize all of the above, these are healthy habits. A normal body mass index and 4 substances are very important for our blood vessels in terms of nutrition. These are silicon, bioflavonoids, in particular rutin, combined with ascorbic acid, that is, vitamin C and omega-3 fatty acids. And if we have no shortage of all these components, then we will have excellent and very healthy elastic vessels. And if you liked this video, then like and subscribe to my channel. See you later.